here's something a little new. And that's called a default copy constructor. In a default copy constructor, it initializes a new instance as an exact copy of the one that's being passed in. Now be careful on that, because I basically tell you, hey, that's a new one, that's the original that already had some values being put into this. So notice, Lori is actually going to be the new instance, but it's then going to have our value of Lupoli put into there. Now, there are some issues that pop up with this that we will discuss here in a little bit, and that is, frankly, you'll love it, about pointers and how they're shared. So there is something that we have to discuss here in a little bit about that, so bear with me here. Now, it's going to copy each data member or value over, but it's a copy, all right, but like I said, bear with me here. It's not meant to just copy two already established instances. Lori should be brand new, and it has to be, because you're creating a student named Lori. We couldn't have Lori before that, otherwise the compiler would say, hey, you've already declared Lori. So that's what it's supposed to do. Now, this function is already created, but like I said, there are issues with doing this, and we have to be very, very careful about it. But you don't actually have to create any code. It will work. What we really need to do is focus on creating an alternative, which is the equal sign, which frankly, this is what we would be used to, right? Remember the equal sign on the right-hand side, Lupoli is already established, would dump into Lori and make sure that when we did the dump, that Lori's values are her own and not linked by a pointer to Lupoli's, meaning if I change Lupoli, Lori will end up changing too. That's bad. That's the problem. And we'll go over overloading the equal sign to make sure that this does not happen to us. Now, we could not use the default equals for our work in copying of objects because, frankly, this equal is much more complex. We're dealing with whole objects. Both of these are an instance of students. Student has a lot of data in it. You know that using an equal sign from our times before are just using simple variables like ints, doubles, strings. These are complex objects. That equal sign has, if we don't overload that, it has no idea how to handle an entire student object. It has no idea how to handle an entire student object named Lori. It has no idea how to do that, but I'm going to show you here in a bit.